Hi, this is Josh Hanft, the Executive Director here at Hanft. I hope everyone is doing well during this difficult time. Now, as Jews, we think of two New Years, the secular New Year on July 1st and the Jewish New Year on Rosh Hashanah. But in my position as an Executive Director, I always think of the third New Year, and that is the new fiscal year. And at Hanft, our new fiscal year begins July 1st. So usually prior to the beginning of the fiscal year, the office is a hum and buzz of activity. We're Xeroxing applications, printing them out, stuffing them into envelopes, putting postage to them, and getting them in the mail. And this year, none of that is happening. Our office staff is working, but they're all working from their homes. And I'm the only one coming in on a daily basis. Now, I can do a lot, but I can't do a physical mailing for 650 pieces. So what we've done today, and you'll see attached to this email, is create a link whereby you can register and pay online. Now, I know some of you don't like paying online, and I understand that. It's really easier for us this year, and I hope you'll consider it. But if you need to write a check, know that we can get checks. We have to go physically to the post office to get the mail and bring it back, and it's all the coding issues have to happen. But we can do that. It's just not a swift a process, and quite honestly, not a safe a process going to the post office. But we want to do things that work for you, so please let us know. And if you really need a paper application, there'll be email addresses attached to this email where you can click on them and ask for a paper application. Now that all is the what of membership and the logistics of how to do it. And I want to talk about the why of membership. Now membership is the critical thing in Hanft for our fiscal year budget. And we know that next year is going to be a challenging one. The usual rentals will not be happening. We don't know how Kol Nidre will do. We don't know really if our schools will be back in the same way that they were in the past, our rental schools. So everything is changing. And we also know that this year we will have our holidays because we're a Jewish community and we love our high holidays, but it won't be as in any other year. We may have some on-site high holidays. We may not. It's all in discussion right now with the various high holiday committees. And our President Mark Paul and Rabbi Kalmanovsky and Chazan Hirschhorn and Rabbi Hammerman will keep you posted on what we're actually going to do this year. But there will be high holidays and you will be there. But what we really need is for everyone to rejoin. There's 650 members. I want all of you to come back. We're really, really, really dependent on that. Because without a membership, we have an empty building. And I can tell you, coming in here every day, it's a strange feeling coming into an empty synagogue. You can see behind me Deborah Rosenthal's windows on the 5th floor of Minyan Ma'at. And there's no Minyan Ma'at services on Shabbat. There's no lectures in here. There's no board meetings here. Same thing when you go down to the chapel and you go down to the sanctuary. It's a very empty building, and the offices, which are usually crowded and ugly offices, are totally empty too. So it's a strange feeling, and it's kind of a lonely feeling. And the one thing about Jewish life is it's community. But we will be back, and we don't know the exact date, but we're going to come back, and we're going to come back strong. We're going to do an incredible renovation in this building, and everybody has generated incredibly generously to it. We're going to have lovely new lobbies, a fantastic Hirsch Hall, and the offices, which I didn't want to speak of because they're so horrendously ugly, will be renovated as well. So this is going to be a wonderful thing for the whole community, and I really hope all of you rejoin. This will not be the only message you'll get on that. It's going to be a little like an NPR or PBS year. You're going to be hearing from our President Mark Paul, you're going to be hearing from Rabbi Kalmanovsky, Chazan Hirschhorn, Rabbi Hammerman, all about the need to rejoin because we want all of you back, every single one of you. And I look forward to seeing you in the building. Right now, I run into you on Broadway, and that's great, that's wonderful. I love our members, but it's not the same. So hopefully, sometime later in the fall, as we go through the phases of reopening, I'll be able to say hello to you here and not just in passing on Broadway. Thank you very much.